Speak up, reach out, go vote, show out. From your neighbor to city hall. Reach out, go vote, show out. Serving people is what it's all about. Reach out, go vote, show out. Frankfort Civic proud. Speak up, reach out, go vote, show out.
From Capitol Halls to Bourbon Balls, this is the City of Frankfort podcast for the Frankfortians. We're swapping stories, spilling the tea, and celebrating the quirks that make Kentucky's capital the best hometown around. Welcome to the City of Frankfort podcast. I'm Alex, and today we have the honor of being joined by Franklin County School Superintendent Mark Kopp. Mark Kopp is in his 10th year as superintendent of Franklin County Schools and in his 33rd year in the education profession. Kopp is a native of Waverly, Ohio, and is certified as a school superintendent as well as Level 2 instructional supervisor and holds a Rank 1 certification in secondary school social studies, middle school social studies. Mr. Kopp has provided numerous professional development sessions at both state and national levels and currently serves on multiple statewide boards. Wow. Welcome, Mr. Kopp.
Hey, thank you.
Wow.
It makes me sound a lot more important than I really am.
Oh, you sound really cool. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, so before I get into asking you all the deep, dark questions, tell us a little bit about your background, kind of how you got to Franklin County and how you became the superintendent.
That's a long story, and I'll try to make it as, non-boring as I possibly can. But I was, like I said, I'm a native Ohioan, and I've had the opportunity and the blessings really to work in 3 different states in the field of education. Before I get into that background, though, I'll just say that everything I do in my career is really a dedication to my mom. My mom was a first grade teacher for 32 years, and God rest her soul, she passed a couple of years ago. All I ever wanted to do was make her proud. I used to love the conversations that we would have every year about getting a chance to teach the little ones. And she taught the wee little ones, for 32 years. And I taught at the middle and the high school level in social studies. Basically, that intro just means I'm an old history teacher. And I've been doing this for a long time now, and blessed to have been able to move up the ranks a little bit. And I've had the opportunity to work in administration at multiple levels. I've worked at the state level, and I worked as a chief academic officer in Hardin County for 8 years, and that gave me a really great experience in a school district before transitioning and becoming a superintendent. The first superintendent job I applied for was Franklin County, and the reason was Franklin County was the first place in Kentucky I lived. I was just telling the story before we started the podcast. My wife and I moved here to Frankfort in 2005 with a 10-day-old baby from Tampa, Florida. We moved up here for a job with the Department of Education.
Yeah.
And talk about a lot of chaos.
Oh, wow.
Move in the middle of summer with a 10-day-old baby and move into a house that your wife's never seen. But she, because she couldn't travel because she was pregnant. So she was like, find us a good house.
You picked the house.
I think I did average. I wouldn't give myself much more than a 6 on that first house, but yeah, it was crazy time, and we lived here in Frankfort from 2005 to 2009 when I worked for the Department of Education. Absolutely fell in love with Frankfort. There's no other way of saying it. This place felt like home from the second that we were here. We moved away for an opportunity in Hardin County, and we're gone for 8 years. And as soon as this job opened up, I looked at my wife, and we had just built our dream home in Hardin County. So for the second time in our lives, I approached her about this huge transition, and she was supportive. Good. And she said, I love Frankfort too. Let's go home. So we did, and we've been here for 10 years, and hoping to stay many, many more years.
Yeah, we're glad you're here.
Oh, I'm tickled to be here. It's this place is wonderful, and I'm so glad you all do a podcast like this to let everyone know how great Frankfort is. Sometimes it doesn't get the publicity that really it should. Yeah. And Franklin County, Frankfort, it's an amazing place to raise a family.
Yeah, we all love it. Obviously, we all work together. We take it serious. We like raising our kids here. We feel like it's a community that we work hard to
You are correct.
Promote. You ready for some questions?
Let's go.
So, we're wrapping up summer break. Do superintendents get a summer break? How does that work?
Yeah, not really. It's a little slower.
Yeah.
I will say it's a little slower.
Give us a day in your life in summertime.
Okay, so during the school year, it's easier to frame this by saying during the school year, as any superintendent would know, the day is just crazy busy from the time you get up in the morning.
I can imagine.
And until you go to bed at night. And especially in the wintertime. You know, in the wintertime when we have to drive roads to make sure that roads are okay, those days start at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'll go until 10 at night on most nights because we'll have ball games to attend and, you know, dances and, you know, different choir events and all kinds of extracurricular activities. And I try to go to as many of those things as I can. In the summertime, thankfully, we don't have to do that. So it's not as early of a morning, but it's getting to work 8 o'clock in the morning in the summertime and answering emails, making sure that we go and visit our campuses because during the summers when we do some really heavy cleaning and we're doing a lot of maintenance in the summertime, making sure that our folks have everything that they need. It's a chance to also get some professional development. And you know, it depends on when the summer, you know, which summer you're speaking of. But I'll tell you, this summer we have not slowed down 1 second because of something I'll talk about in just a little bit, which is pre-K for all.
Yeah.
And getting a call from the governor's office and having an opportunity to do that. So we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
So Frankfort's preparing for another school year. Today we're talking about what parents, students, community members need to know as we head back to school. What do you get most excited about when you head back to school? What is the end of summer excitement like?
Seeing children. I can't tell you how, you know, look, any type of educational administrator, basically at the end of the day, you're a problem solver. Sometimes you have problems that, you know, a parent may have an issue or an employee may have an issue or there might be an issue with a child that you have to weigh in on. There's constant problem solving in addition to laying the groundwork and the vision for the year and all those things. So sometimes the weight of those problems gets very heavy.
Oh, I imagine.
And the very best thing about my job or about any superintendent's job, I would imagine, is getting to see kids.
Yeah.
There are some days when, you know, you might feel like you've got to be in the office to handle these things, but I will just say, okay, I'm going out into the schools, I'm going to see children, I need to get energized.
Yeah.
And so the summertime is really a great example of thinking about that. And when you start to go to the back to school bashes here, they're coming up in another week or so, 2 weeks. As soon as you see the kids and the parents and their smiles on their faces and everyone's excited to be back, man, there's not a better, it's like adrenaline. You know, it's just a really, really great feeling. You know, those things are invaluable.
Yeah.
And I'm most excited about welcoming our staff back, welcoming our kids in, and starting a fantastic year. And, you know, we in our school district, we do something every year where we focus on one word. And in the past, that word has shifted. It's been different words. Last year, the word was courage. This year, the word is focus.
Yeah.
Which I just mentioned, focus. Because, you know, sometimes we ask our educators to spin a lot of plates. Yeah. They're constantly spinning plates, and our administrators and our teachers and our cooks and our custodians, they're always spinning plates. So what we're trying to do this year is to provide a level of focus on what is the most important plate that we can spin. My job as superintendent isn't to give more plates to our folks. My job is to try to take away the plates that they shouldn't worry about. Let's just focus on what's most important. Yeah. Developing relationships with the kids, making sure we're providing them with the very best instruction we can. If we do those things well, everything else falls into place.
Makes a good leader. Yeah. So a lot of the back to school batches are at the Aquatic Center, which falls in our park system. I'm
Yes.
the Deputy Director of Parks.
Yes.
And I know a lot of our seasonal staff at the pool are school administrators
Yep.
and teachers. So their favorite pool parties are the back to school batches.
Yeah.
They love getting to see the kids a little bit, even if it's not
Yeah.
their school.
Yep.
They get to see the kids early. They get to see teachers they haven't gotten to catch up with. The back to school bashes are one of our favorites also.
I agree,
We love them.
and mine too. And what people need to understand in this community is how amazing that resource is.
Thank you.
Yeah, seriously, Juniper Hills is just such a fantastic resource.
We have great staff, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
We have great staff. We're
My
really-
daughter worked there for a few years,
Yeah.
and so yeah, I completely see it. And the person who's like in charge of the pool is one of our teachers.
Yes.
And yeah,
He's one of the best.
Yeah, he's great.
He's great. Yeah, and we
So-
like to be able to say a lot of successful people in our community, their first jobs were in the park system or at the aquatic center. They
That's
were like,
right.
"Well, we get to hear so many fun stories about
Yeah.
my first job was in a concession stand," or it's
Oh, yeah.
fun to hear. It's good to hear.
Well, when I was 16 years old, I had to work multiple jobs all growing up and everything. I started when I was 12. Again, Gen X. We've worked since we were born, basically. It seems like. But once I turned 16, passed the lifeguard test, I became a lifeguard at our pool,
Yeah.
and eventually moved up to assistant manager. It's one of those things that teaches you responsibility.
Exactly.
And it teaches you about leadership, and it teaches you how to solve problems.
Maybe you're a great leader because you started as a lifeguard.
I'll just throw that out there that it's a fantastic resource.
Yeah.
Juniper Hills is.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your personal goals this year? Do you have any kind of personal internal goals that you think about?
I do, and again, most of them relate to one very important thing, and that's the promise that we made to this community. There are a lot of, the vast majority of school districts do mission and vision statements. And we eschewed that. We were just like, who can remember what a mission statement is? Who can remember what the vision statement is? I think sometimes that becomes compliance, and we wanted to move away from that. So instead, we crafted a promise statement where we all came together as administrators, as teachers, as cooks. We had everyone in our system, including students, play a role in developing what promise do we want to make to the community. And the thing that's most important to us is our promise statement that everyone can remember is very simple. Every student succeeds. So everything that we try to do, whether it's geared towards behaviors or geared towards instruction or geared towards career transition, whatever those things are, everything is geared to that promise. Everything is related to that promise. And every decision that I make as superintendent has to be focused on, are we doing everything we can to make sure that every student succeeds? So when I set personal goals, it's all about making sure that every student succeeds. We do have some things we are starting this year. I want to mention one. I'll mention a couple, but one that's super exciting. We've hired a new media arts teacher in our district, and so we've created a media pathway for our students at the high school level. And as part of that media pathway, they're going to learn camera work, they're going to learn filming, they're going to learn editing, sound, lighting, production. And we have partnered with the Frankfort Plant Board. They've been a great partner with us. They've donated a trailer to us, and most importantly, they have donated a channel. And I'm not sure what the channel is yet, it's like 10 point whatever.
Yeah.
We're going to have our very own 24/7 Franklin County Schools channel that will be produced content by Frankfort County students.
Wow.
And it will be 24/7 so people can view it and watch their kids, whether it's band, choir, quiz team, volleyball, archery.
That's a great idea.
Every bit of that content that our families can watch 24 hours a day on that channel will be Franklin County Schools.
Oh, that's great.
And so we're super excited about that. Just actually came from a meeting with our new teacher, and so we're very excited about that.
That is exciting, yeah.
I also want to mention something that just happened this week. Now, we've known about it for a while, but we had to keep it on the down low. Yeah, the governor's office reached out to us, and they received some money that had to be spent, and they asked us to implement a pre-K pilot in Franklin County Schools.
So exciting.
Oh, we couldn't be more excited.
Yeah.
And so we're one of 4 districts. We're the largest of the 4 districts. It's Rockcastle, Robertson, Glasgow Independent, and Franklin County Schools that will be providing free preschool for all 4-year-olds in our county.
That's amazing.
Whoever wants to sign up. And it's going to do several things for us. Number one, it's going to help us improve our kindergarten readiness numbers. It's going to help us improve instruction for kiddos and get them ready so when they come into our kindergarten classrooms, they're ready to roll on day one. It's going to, obviously, it's going to help parents' pocketbooks because they won't have to pay for daycare. And the third thing that's, I think, the most important is it's going to enable some of our parents who have to stay home to take care of their children. It's going to enable them to get back into the workforce.
Right.
So it's a win-win-win.
It's like a domino effect. It affects everyone.
It is. And couldn't be more...
That's so exciting.
Yeah, couldn't be more excited and more thankful. Governor Beshear has been a leader in this endeavor. And we're going to make him and his administration proud. We're going to do everything we can to make this a successful pilot. So for the next 2 years, we are set up to provide this, and hopefully, moving forward, the legislature will see how impactful this is going to be, and we'll make this a universal.
Yeah,
effort.
I have no doubt this is going to be a success.
I agree.
have no doubt.
I think within 10 years, I think nationwide, you're going to see a push for normalizing pre-K education. It's just the right thing to do.
Right, right. Speaking of that, because I have an incoming kindergartner.
Yes.
We just got through preschool.
Yes.
We did private preschool,
Yep.
Which she loved.
Yep.
But a lot of families are in a transition year. So, like I say, I have a child going into kindergarten.
Yes.
She doesn't necessarily love the school setting. She doesn't like change. She doesn't like separation. I have one also going into middle school, so we got 2 transitions in our house this year.
Yeah.
So do you have any like words of wisdom for all families with kids in school, but those transition years that are really difficult? Do you have any like words of wisdom that would be helpful to families?
Sure. That's a fantastic question, by the way. You really should be like, whatever they're paying you is not enough. This is a really professional.
Thank you.
Great interview. So my words of wisdom would be a couple of things. Number one, maintain flexibility. Understand that this is a traumatic thing for a child anytime that there's a transition. And so what our folks do and what we strive to do more than anything else is develop a strong relationship with the child on a one-on-one basis. Make sure that we get to know your daughter, your son, whatever that happens to be, and let them know, hey, we're here to help you. It can be a very scary thing, but ultimately, again, go back to the promise. How do we make sure that every student succeeds? Well, the first and easiest thing that we have to do is create a relationship with that child. If we do that, everything else becomes much easier because the child develops trust. So I would encourage anyone who's having any difficulty with transition, reach out directly to your teacher first, then reach out to your principal, and then reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns or areas in which we can provide assistance. We want to make sure that that is right, that everything goes well, because, again, we're trying to remove any barrier that exists.
Right. I can only say, having 2 children in the school system, so Harper, my oldest, came from Peaks Mill. I love Peaks Mill.
Yeah.
Mr. Barton and Miss Allen are the greatest. I was almost had a hard time. She's going to Elkhorn Middle.
Yeah.
And then Finley is going to be in kindergarten in Collins Lane. And I will say a shout out to them also. We reached out because she has transition issues. And Miss Richardson, the counselor, has already given her a tour of the school, has already gotten to know her. We've met the principal.
Yeah.
Great. We feel so lucky to be in the school system.
You're
so
blessed.
lucky.
Look, I think it's all about sometimes the analogy I use is people on the right seat on the bus, right? I think in terms of our principals, I feel so great about every single one of them. Miss Laudmel at Collins Lane is a rock star.
Yes.
And so is her counselor. And, it's going to be okay. That's the other thing I would say. Everything is going to work out fine. Be patient and flexible, but also reach out for assistance.
Yeah.
That's what we're there for.
Right. I think sometimes it's harder on the parents.
A million percent.
Moms have a lot harder time than anybody else
Hey,
does.
Dad did too.
Yeah.
I remember very well. My kiddo just graduated from college a couple of weeks ago. So yeah.
That's a hard transition too.
That's a really hard transition. I'm still writing checks. I thought they were supposed to end.
Yeah. This is over. Yeah. Okay, as we get back in the swing of the school year, safety is a big. Let's talk about safety for a little bit. Can you talk about like the measures that you all put in place to keep students and staffs, safe? I know this is a more serious topic, but everybody, we kind of send our babies off to for y'all to have all day. So, what is your kind of view on safety, and how do you all do that?
Yeah, it's the most important thing that we do is making sure that we get the kids to school and from school home safely every single day. We have a wonderful school safety coordinator in our district. His name is Jeff Abrams. He was the former chief of police here in Frankfort. And Jeff organizes and supervises our school resource officers. I'm always very proud to say we were the first school district in the state to have a school resource officer in every single building, elementary, middle, and high. And we have 13 amazing school resource officers. And their job is to obviously provide a safe environment, do everything we can to ensure that happens with locked doors, closed entry systems, cameras everywhere, all of those things. But the other thing that they provide, which again goes to the promise of making sure that every student succeeds, is they develop wonderful relationships with our kids.
You can see that when you're in the school with them. You can see that.
You'll see at Collins Lane, Officer Ken, who's the SRO there. The kids absolutely adore him, and vice versa. He loves the kids. You could say that about every single one of our school resource officers. So when there's that trust that develops at a very early age with law enforcement, that's a really powerful thing. And I know we're talking about safety specifically, but it's a win-win again. You're developing trust in law enforcement at an early age, and that's going to help you down the road as you get older and become an adult and understand that the police and the sheriffs and they are there to help. And so that's a really great thing. The other thing that we can do that we did from a district perspective that I can talk about very briefly is just this 2 years ago, we implemented a new safety system called audio-enhancement. And audio-enhancement is one of the greatest innovations in educational technology I've ever seen. It was a company that began in the 80s. There was a woman who had 2 children who were deaf, and she wanted to make sure that they had the same accessibility to learning that every other student did. So she created a microphone system that teachers could wear that could then go into a speaker and into headphones that her children could hear whatever the teacher was saying, no matter where they were in the room. From that small and impactful idea grew this system that now also incorporates safety. So we have in most of our schools, and by next summer it will be in all of our schools, audio enhancement is a microphone that our teachers wear that they are able to speak into. It amplifies their voice in the classroom. It's also connected to a system in the front office, so it's an intercom system that you can make all call announcements on. You can also go to specific, you can press the little thing on the screen in the office. I know I'm doing this really badly.
No, I'm
yeah, they can press the little, and then
that specific teacher.
Yeah, you can just, hey, I only want to make this announcement at Elkhorn Middle School to the 6th grade teachers. So you can do, and so you can make announcements on it and all those things. That's also connected to the security system, so that a teacher in their classroom, let's say that there's an incident, there's a fight or something like that, they can press their microphone, there's buttons on it, they press these 3 times, and it immediately goes to every administrator and school resource officer in the building, and it will tell them where there is an incident. It's tracked by GPS, so that our teachers, our administrators, and our SROs can be there within seconds.
Wow.
The other thing they can do is they can also put the school into a lockdown by pressing it 8 times. If they see someone out the window that doesn't look
not for sure about
yet, hey, lockdown, and on the screens all throughout the building, it will come across and say lockdown. And there's some things I can't talk about, but there's some codes that our teachers then have to do, and again, it ensures a safe environment.
That's
So
amazing.
it's really, really cool. One other thing it does that's really not about safety, but it is more about instruction, but I gotta mention it. we have a lot of students who English is not their first language. And if you're in a math class and you speak Bosnian and you're trying to figure out how to do algebra, it's really challenging.
Yeah, especially as a child, I can only imagine.
Right. So this new piece of the audio enhancement system, the kids come into the classroom who are in that situation. They have headphones that plug into their Chromebook. They scan a barcode in the room. And then when the teacher speaks into the microphone, their voice is translated immediately into 140 different languages.
Wow.
So the student can understand and listen to algebra in Spanish, in Russian, in Bosnian, whatever it happens to be. And so they can learn the content without having to worry about figuring out what the word equals means.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so we're super excited. We have it in all of our middle and high schools. This summer we've added it to Hearn and Westridge. And then next summer, it will be put in the rest of the elementary schools, Collins Lane, etc. So,
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
So a long-winded answer of saying we take safety very seriously.
I love getting to talk to you. This is fun
awesome.
to learn
It's
about.
fun.
Makes me feel better too. Like I say, my babies are there.
There you go.
So I'm happy
There
to
you
hear
go.
about it. Okay, so like another little avenue of safety is we all have to kind of get back into school driving mode,
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So talk a little bit about like school bus safety and kids walking and biking to school. Give some advice, kind of get everybody's head back into slow down, pay attention mode. You know what I mean?
You stole my words. Slow down, pay attention.
Yeah.
There's, a few years ago, we actually out on Route 60, which is a 2-lane road, we had a bus pulled over, dropping off a child, and a vehicle behind decided that their time was way more valuable, had the stop arm out, car pulled around, barely missed hitting a child, and crashed into took out a mailbox. Long story short, after prosecution, and we will prosecute to the fullest extent of the law, any of those things. Thank God no one was injured, but those are things that can't happen.
No.
And thankfully, one of the great things that the legislature did this year is they passed a new law that the police department here is already putting some information out about, and those stop arm violations are now going to include, if you're on a 4-lane road, much like 60 is when it's here in Frankfurt. 60 is a 2-lane out where I was talking about. Yeah. But in the 4-lane area, it used to be that, okay, so if I'm following a bus and it stops and the stop arm comes out, I have to stop behind it. But if I was on the other side of the road, I could keep going. Not the case
Everybody
anymore.
needs to stop.
Everyone has to stop.
Yeah.
And our police department is already warning people they're gonna get you.
Yeah.
So please don't do it.
Don't take a chance.
No, just slow down,
like
folks.
you said, you're everybody. Your time is not that important to take a chance of hurting a kid. So
always think about that. Think about if God forbid something happens to a child or to an adult, is that life that worth your extra 30 seconds that you just picked up?
Right.
Slow down. Pay attention.
Right. Good advice. I think one of the things people sometimes forget is schools are a community effort. How can residents, even ones that don't have children or grandchildren in the school system, how can they support students or support our school system? You have any advice on that?
Yeah, I think we love to see the community come to our events.
Yeah.
We love to see community support for our kiddos, our athletes, our quiz team folks, our kids singing in the concert. So come and support. And I think that's one really important thing. Volunteer.
Yeah.
If we have a fantastic volunteer program, and we will never turn down assistance. It does take a village. They always say that, right? So I would encourage that as much as possible. And we have some wonderful partnerships with the community already. We try to work together with all kinds of different entities, whether it's the Optimist Club, the Kiwanis, Rotary. We're always looking for ways to increase our opportunities for kids.
Right.
So if there are things that are going on out there and you need some assistance, our kids always need volunteer hours. So reach out to us. Let's make it happen. We are here to support, because we're all in this thing together.
Right, we're all in a community. I think people forget that, some people that don't have children in the system think, I don't have any involvement, but keep in mind, in a very short amount of time, these will be the people making decisions and growing our community and making choices for us. So
100%.
we need to get them, we need to grow them and help them now,
Let's
support
go.
them now. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Some things that happen behind the scenes in the community partnerships, as we just talked about. On the city side of things, we have everything from public safety assistance with your traffic, maintaining streets and sidewalk, garbage service. You use our parks and our fields quite a bit. Can you talk a little more about how these partnerships kind of influence Franklin County school system, working with the city and county and places like that?
It makes us want to work more with the city and with the county when we look at all the amazing opportunities that we have. The potential of building a new indoor aquatic center, okay? This is a potential game changer, and it's something that our school district, as well as the county and the city, have been in, the three entities, from the very beginning.
Right.
We have pledged to try to work together to make this happen because, again, we see the need. We understand that the more we work together and the more opportunities that we can provide, the better it is for everyone. If we're able to work together to build this indoor aquatic center, it's going to help our swimmers, obviously. Right now we have kids getting up at 5 in the morning and driving to Shelbyville or to Versailles to swim, or they're having to swim at 9:30 at night. It's just not the most feasible thing for our kiddos to have to do that.
Well, and I think it'll help all athletes, really, not just swimmers, all athletes.
100%. It's going to help drive economic development as well. If we're able to build this thing to where it is a 10-lane that can host meets, we're going to bring in a lot of swimmers from a lot of different counties, and it's going to drive people that come to Frankfort and say, hey, we got this big swim meet. I'm going to need to stay at a hotel, and we're going to need to go out to eat. And oh, hey, they have look at that. They've got a Pop Mart here. I want to go check that out. It's going to drive economic development. And also we have soon to be Kentucky's largest Target. Right?
It's going to be a thing.
It's going to be amazing.
We all love Target around here.
Right, exactly. So, long story short, I know that there's sometimes a resistance to growth. Growth can be a very good thing.
Right.
And we want to grow. We want to grow with Frankfort and with Franklin County.
So, having the only pool facility under our umbrella right now, I can tell you when we have swim meets, it's packed.
Yes.
And we can only do it in a short amount of time.
Right.
It's really cold normally. So when we have swim meets, it's normally packed. So
and if this thing happens, it's another opportunity for Parks and Rec to be able to again have a facility for the community that the community can support. It'll be able to host meets. It'll be able to host kids during the winter who just want to go and get a little recreation. There are going to be spaces in there to have birthday parties and meetings and anniversaries and all kinds of other things. So again, I'm super excited for the potential, and we've just got to find a way to make it happen.
Yeah, any growth in Frankfort's good.
Yes, and I would encourage everyone who does have some input they would like to provide on that to come to the Paul Sawyer Library Tuesday. What is that? July 21st? Is that the date?
I think so. Yep.
Because today is the 20th, right? I think that's right. So yeah, tomorrow night, and to provide some input. That would be great.
That's great. We're going to get into some fun questions, but before that, you have any last thoughts? Do you have anything you want to let the families of Frankfort and Franklin County know about the school system and this coming school year?
We're in this together, and our job is to make sure that your kids succeed. And if you ever need to reach out to me, I have an open door. So pick up the phone, call me, text me, email me, whatever it is. And I'm so excited for the future of Franklin County Schools. We're doing amazing things. For the first time ever, half of our schools that are accountable were green. That's pretty impressive to have half your district proficient or better. Highest graduation rate ever. We've gone from 90th in the state in 2017 in teacher pay to 26th in the state. We're doing wonderful things for our employees and for our kids, and I think for our families as well. So I would encourage you to, if you have any questions, reach out. If you have a child that's pre-K, and you want to save some money, if you have a child that's 4 years old, get that child enrolled.
It's a deal, let me tell you. I just paid for preschool, so jump on it.
We can't wait.
It's exciting. It's very exciting. So thanks so much for your leadership.
I appreciate you because best interview. I mean, you do a fantastic job. So seriously,
we're not done yet. We're going to do the fun stuff now.
All right.
We appreciate the local community. Appreciate your leadership.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Where can people find you or follow you, or what's the best way to get a hold of you, just so they know for the school year?
Yeah. So.
What's the quickest? Should they call your office, email? What's
call
the best
my
way?
office, email. Those are always the easiest way. I get every one of those emails on this phone that I have with me 24/7.
Okay.
And
Franklin County School Systems website?
mark.kopp@franklinkyskools.us.
Okay, they can get a hold of you that way.
Yep. And the office number, I think, is 695-6700. Ask for me, and they'll put you right back through to my desk.
Great. That's comforting for parents.
Yeah.
It really is. So this is the fun part, rapid fire.
Awesome.
We do it with all of our guests.
Great.
It's just kind of for the Frankfortians,
Yeah.
get to know some of your favorite things around town. So I'm going to ask you questions.
Okay.
Just the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
You don't have to explain, but if you want to, you can.
Okay, super.
Some of them are hard,
Yeah, okay.
I feel like.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. What's your coffee order for the first day of school, and where are you ordering it from?
Oh, can I give 2 answers on this?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go black coffee with 1 stevia packet because I've lost a bunch of weight and I've been trying to be a good boy. Okay, so but
I like my sugar, so I know where you're coming from.
But if it was going, and that one I'll just do from home. Okay, I'll just make that from home. But if I would really want to treat myself, I'm going to go with. Oh man, that's a tough one. Pumpkin spice frappuccino, if it's available at that time.
Fancy.
It might not be from Starbucks.
Yeah, that's fancy. Do you have, just curious, do you have any first day of school rituals?
Yeah, I do. I do, actually.
You don't have to tell if you don't
No,
want to.
I gladly will. I actually will. I get up super early. I do have a cup of black coffee. I take it with me, and I go to every school on opening day.
You do?
Yes, every single one. I start in the elementary school, so I start right at about 7:15, and I hit every single school, and it takes me usually until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon until I get finished.
Yeah.
So it makes for a long morning, and
yeah.
But I want to make sure that I get to see kids in every building. So
That's
I've got a little route that I go. So
that's cool. I'm glad I asked you. I'm glad I know that. Man, this is a hard one. I did not come up with this question. I just want you to know.
All right.
Best school mascot in Franklin County school system.
Oh my gosh. You know,
it's like a child. You can't have your favorite.
I can't. But here, I'm going to pick one.
Okay.
I'm going to pick one that is not controversial.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Peaks Mill Patriots.
Yay!
I love the red, white, and blue, and just Patriots.
Yay! Peaksville's close to my heart. I don't even have a kid there anymore, and I'm happy you picked that.
I love all of them.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one, I'd go with that.
Yeah. Thank you. That's a good one. Favorite Frankfurt Mexican restaurant?
Garcia's. Not even. And I love the other ones. Don't get me wrong. Mr. Garcia is a neighbor of mine.
Yeah.
Wonderful person. The food's amazing. Best salsa I've ever had.
Yeah, you got to shout out your neighbors.
Yes.
Yeah, good one. Favorite place in Frankfurt for a field trip? So a field trip in Frankfurt.
Ooh. So I'm going to go with 2 different ones here, if I can. One that we can't really do right now because it's under construction, but I love going to the Capitol. I think
kids love that too.
Yeah.
The awe of walking in the Capitol is really cool.
So impressive.
Yeah.
And since you can't go into the regular Capitol now, I'm going to go with the old state Capitol. Cool. As a former history teacher, when you walk into that building, I mean, it just oozes history.
Yeah.
And I love that.
My oldest favorite thing in the world right now is history. Her history teacher, Mr. Wagner at Peaks Mill, just really got her into. She loves it right now.
Yeah, he is moving, right? Did you hear about this?
To Elkhorn with her. She's real excited.
Yay! He's super.
I think he'll be in an older grade, but that's her love language is history right now. So that's he really is a great teacher because he really opened her eyes and is really drawing her to history. So
and a third place would be the History Center. Yeah, I love it. So.
Cool, that's really cool. That's all of them. You did great. You did great.
Banana milkshake. That's my favorite milkshake, so you'd ask me that.
Banana milkshake. Noted. Good to know. Thanks for joining us this week.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's been fun.
It's been great. We'll catch you again next week on the City of Frankfort podcast. Don't forget to follow the City of Frankfort podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and make sure to subscribe to our show on Podbean or wherever you get your podcasts. So,
awesome.
Cool. Everybody's going to get to see you. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thanks. That was
Bye.
fun.
Speak up, reach out, go vote, show out.